everybody. Welcome to episode 43 for West Ham Career Mode, and today we have got the start of the season, well, the ceremonial start of the season. We've got the Community Shield against Arsenal, and then we are going to do a little bit more transfer activity. Now, at the moment, we've brought in a couple of names who are going to get debuts today, of course. And this is our starting lineup at the moment. We got Pablo Fornals into the club. We got Hassem Aouar into the club as well. And we are pretty full on talent, as you can see. But we're trying to bring in a couple of more players. A striker, a really, really good striker. And I think we may possibly move on Arnautovic, depending on what happens bids-wise. Lanzini may go as well. And then we will try and bring in a replacement for Michael Antonio, who's left, someone who can play across this front three and really solidify our depth. But we're going to jump right on into this, and before we do, actually, we're going to take a look at the settings. We did up the difficulty just a little bit to see how this works, and this is what we did. We brought the shot error down to 23, pass error down to 23. They were both recently on 26. Shot speed went up by 1 to 60, and then their goalkeeper ability I bought all the way up to 80. I believe that was on 74. So hopefully it'll be a little bit more difficult to score goals, and we won't have too many more 8-0s, obviously. But if it's obviously still too easy, we'll up it a little bit more. But let's jump on into it. We're going to start this game off, start this season off. We've got Arsenal, West Ham, Community Shield. Let's see if we can get our first trophy of the season. Nicely turned. Good football as it comes to Lacazette, and it's an early goal. Arsenal 4 minutes in. It's a good finish. Good hit from Lacazette. There was just too much space back there already. Not how we wanted to start the season. Not great. And is that Trent Alexander-Arnold at Arsenal? For God's sake. A 1-0 start, and it's just not a lot of space closed down there, and he just took that touch. Nobody got across, and it is 1-0. Not great. Fornals. It's a lovely ball out wide. It's Ismaila Sarr here, and Ismaila Sarr does well to hold on to it there. A lot of Arsenal players around. Gets it across. One more. Aouar on his debut grabs a goal. It's a good finish. Ismaila Sarr did really well out there. Lots of Arsenal players around him. Just held on to it till he could find the space. And then the pass over to Aouar. And he finishes it off nicely. A goal on his debut. And this is a decent bit of movement. Good first time ball there. And nobody near him. And Aouar does the job. Finishes it off. It's 1-1. Nicely done. One more. Perfect. Here's Fornals. Not the quickest Fornals, but his range of passing and his physicality are great. Good ball in. One more. It's Fornals. Can he score on his debut? And he smashed the bar. And has come back to Ismaila Sarr, and the bounce has messed up Leno there. He just tried to get back across, hoping to be in the right position. And he wasn't. Dove too far, and it's Ismaila Sarr's second of the game. And we are ahead now. 30 minutes gone. And it's 2-1. It's good football here. And Fornals, he smashed the bar, looking for a goal on his debut as well. And the bounce has taken it over Leno. He was in a decent position, to be fair to him. It's just the bounce and the speed that messed them up there a little bit. 2-1. Nicely taken away. It's Aouar. And here's Aouar. Can he make space? Gets it back inside. Nicely done. And Felipe Anderson loses it there. But it is going to be a corner just before halftime. It's hooked in. Can we get up and get it? We can. We get a header on it. It's cleared off the line. Klosterman. It comes back to Felipe Anderson. Back to Aouar. It's blocked away. That's not who I thought that pass was going to go to. But the shot comes in anyway. Hooked in. Gets a header on. We're going to go short this time. Another corner. Lots of pressure here at the end of the second half. There's Felipe Anderson, and the heavy touch ruins all of it. Oh, good football. I messed that up. And right before halftime, Arsenal level. That's my fault. Trying to switch on to the other defender there. I've accidentally skipped right through. Out of anger, mostly, but myself. Skip right through the replay, but That was all my fault there. I grabbed onto the right back. Couldn't grab to the center back like I wanted to. And I pulled him out of position, and Lacazette was in. It's 2-2, half-time, and we cannot be making mistakes like that if we plan on winning the league and the Champions League like we want to. Nicely done to take that away, and it's Ismaila Sarr. He's in a bit of space. Ismaila Sarr smashes it, and it's a good save with the leg from Leno. And we cannot take the lead here. This game is very much on a knife edge, and while it is just a preseason game, really, we'd like to start off the season with a win against a tough opponent in our league. And we take it away. We can. Nicely done. Here's Aouar. And Aouar, can he get another one? Oh, it's taken away by Leno and bounces around, and Leno holds onto it a couple of times. He's got sneaky speed there, Aouar, in midfield. And every once in a while, he picks up one of those poor passes. A couple of chances created just from that today. Nicely done. Felipe Anderson, heavy touch, loses out. And here they come. And it's come to him, and that's a huge save. A massive save there, and it looks like on the back of that, we are going to head to penalties unless something happens here. Got the header on. And no. And it looks like penalties. I don't think there's extra time here. Pretty positive, and yes, straight to penalties, and hopefully we can win this. I'm not very great on penalties this year round. Straight down the middle, it's a bit rude. Aouar to take a penalty, and he's had it saved by Leno. It's a really good save to get all the way out there. Mandzukic to take, and he's saved there. Nicely done by Onana. And we're going to go the same way with Sarr here. And he's had it saved as well. Oh, Ozil to take. Look at this run up. And he's had it saved. Can we score one? We're going slightly to the right. And Leno saved it. Okay. Leno saved all three. And we've saved bloody 3, but if we can score one, that'd be lovely. Angelino to take. And he's saved it again. Can we not do this? Straight down the bloody middle. Leno saved all 4 penalties. Oh, God. I don't know if that attribute is attributed to the goalkeeper ability, to be fair, and we upped it and he got a little bit better, but he saved 4 out of 4. If we have to deal with that, if that's part of that ability there and it comes to penalties at some stage in a big competition and we save 3 and can't score 1, I'm not so sure. I forgot about this. Pape Cech has come in, and they have agreed a deal for Pape Cech at £28 million. Do we still have Wilshere? We do still have Wilshere, and we have McKennie and Zakari to come off the bench and be tough lads. We're going to move him on. We are going to go ahead and move on Pape Cech. He wasn't brilliant, and we made a profit in the end, I believe. Don't remember how much we bought him for, to be fair. But he wasn't brilliant. He's a good guy to bring off the bench and toughen things up a little bit if need be. But other than that, he's not brilliant. And we would like to get McKennie more game time anyway, so moving Pape Cech on for 30 million is not too bad. But we've got that money coming in, and right now we got a couple transfers to make. So let's go to the transfer hub, and we are going to start with the big one. I was thinking about Kane, I really was, but we're going to go with Rashford, 68 to 95 million. Now, The issue, of course, when we get to this stage in career modes is buying too many big players, but we haven't bought too many big players. We bought well, and we're in our 4th season. Just won the Premier League, semi-final of the Champions League. It's about time we can buy some big players before it really... I mean, we can buy big players. A couple, here and there. 82. We're going to go with it. 87 overall. One of the better strikers in the game at the moment. Surely, it's decent money well spent. Lautaro Martinez will have to take a back seat, which is okay. But I'm not too worried about that. Let's see what we can do with Rashford here. Disregard release clause. 140 million pounds. Okay. 120,000 pounds. Counter. Remove bonus. Submit offer. 135,000 pounds a week. It's a lot. It is a lot. But he is going to be our goal scorer. He's got to score some goals. And I think he will. He's got plenty of pace. Good player here. And hopefully we can turn him into something much better. Get him some wins. Get him some trophies. And I think we've done well. Now, we don't have a ton of money, but we have some money coming in. Of course, with Pape check. And we're going to need that backup player to come. And of course, Apholion is going to get his bi-weekly transfer that he's going to reject, it seems. Eventually, he'll take one, right? He'll take one, or he'll just leave for free. Either way, we'll see what happens. Interest shown in Fabian. I'm not too worried about that. And Pape check has been sold. And a transfer offer for Issa Diop is not going to happen. 23, 83 overall, doing well. Pape check is gone. And we have a little bit of money to spend on where we need to go ahead and spend it, being the third-ish choice for a striker, left wing, right wing. We could use Arnautovic, but having Arnautovic around is obviously just a nice thing we are going to do. So what I'm thinking here is Munir is a bit of money, 24. Moise Keane can't play as out wide as well as I would like. Guiri can't either. Sargent is a bit bigger. I'm thinking Maulida, who can play left wing and striker. We can just move him over to the right. He's got plenty of pace, as you can see. I think Maulida is the way to go here. And we are going to approach to buy. He's also rather cheap, 9 million to 12 million. He doesn't get brilliant in the game, but we also don't need him to be brilliant in the game. We just need him to do well enough to justify having him as the third option in our team. So let's go ahead and go 12.5. They are not budging from 14.7, which is fine. I'm not too worried. If we can, I'd like to get him on rotation, or maybe a bit lower if we can, but I'm not so sure. Squad roll. Try rotation. No, they're comfortable with rotation, which is good. 5 years is also great. No release clause, please. A lot of players coming to me with release clauses lately, which is not too awful, but I don't want to do too much. Try that. Okay, good. So Maulida into the club, and we have done rather well for ourselves. Let's take a look. He will be our third option, of course. We've got Onyekuru and Reynaldo on those sides, and then we've got Rashford or Martinez, but he'll be our third option across the board. So he will probably play more than he would think, and that will keep him happy. The only people I'm not worried about being happy is we're trying to move Lanzini on. I'll count him. So, Lautaro Martinez this year, Zakaria are the only ones I'm really worried about. McKennie bought up a little bit of stick last year, but Papacek is gone. And hopefully, you know, with the mix, we should be able to get enough of these players in. So, hopefully, that'll be the way to go. I don't think we're going to do too much more in terms of transfers for the rest of the window. So I believe next episode we are going to go right into the league. We've got Brighton. We've actually got a nice start. We're going to do Brighton, Newcastle, and Leeds next episode, guys. But that is going to be the end of this one. I hope you folks have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.